Thursday 21st of August 2025, and I'm at the bus stop in Denton about to get the bus to Turvey where today's hike will start. Let's go. Good morning guys, hope you're well. Just set off on another hike. I'm just watching this field being ploughed over. Definitely feels like summer's coming to an end. I mean, yeah, we are at the end of August, so we pretty much are at the end of summer, but yeah, these fields which were once full of lush crops now being ploughed over. But with that, you know, they'll sow some new seeds and it'll all grow again, you know, the cycle continues. So yeah, welcome back. I've just got off the bus at the village of Turvey. Now I'm heading up this footpath off on another hike. So I don't know if you watched, I think it was a video I called an evening stroll a few weeks ago. I said before summer's out I'd love to have another go at a like a 2-day hike, which includes a camp. So that's what I'm doing today. I've got, if you look at my backpack, it weighs a ton. I've got all my sleeping bag and all the airbed and all that. And yeah, I'm basically off on a 2-day hike today and tomorrow. So yeah, I've started in Turvey. I'm going to head up this footpath towards the country park around Harrold. Then I'm on to the next phase of the walk. I'll let you know what it is further down the road. And it's got a similar theme. If you remember my last sort of camping hike I did, which was the first one I've done, this was back at the start of May. It's got a similar vibe. So basically I've parked my car in Denton, and so the aim is to get from sort of Turvey, and then the walk's going to take me through the countryside, through various villages and whatnot, and then the end point's going to be the village of Chadstone, which is very close to Denton. And basically on the way over to Denton, there's a little woodland area just outside of Chadstone. So because basically my tent, because I'm new to all this camping malarkey, rather than invest in like an expensive lightweight tent, my nephew Alfie lent me his pop-up tent. That's what I used on the hike, the 2-day hike back in May. And that's what I'm using today, and it's not really practical to carry it. So what I've done is I've wrapped it in a bin liner, and then on the way to Denton I stopped near to this woodland area where I'm going to be camping, and I ran up to it, put my tents in the woodland area, got back to the car and then parked in Denton. So the plan is this evening I'll eventually reach Chadstone, this little woodland area where I'm planning to camp. So I'll get there, I'll set up the tent, camp in that, and then the next morning I'm going to pack the tent up, and then I'm going to walk to Denton, which it's about 1 kilometre, so it's not far. And then the car's in Denton, so I'll get to Denton, offload all day one gear and all the camping gear, because I don't want to just carry the weight for the sake of it. So yeah, I'll drop all that off in the car, get the day 2 supplies and whatnot in the car, and then I'll set off on day 2. So that's the plan. So yeah, with me I've basically got the sleeping bag, I've got my airbeds and my pillow, and in the woodland area I've got my tent and the foil mat, which will sit underneath the airbed. So that's waiting for me when I get to camp. So today's walk, we're looking at about, it's 16 miles. Because I'm lugging all this weight around, I thought I don't want to do a massive one. So it's 16 miles, so I can just take my time and enjoy. I've still, if you remember my video last week, I said about how I've got a bit of a Achilles injury at the minute. That's still playing up a little bit. So with this extra weight, I don't really want to be walking like 20 odd miles, so 60 miles sounds good. So yeah, that's day one, and then day two we're looking at about a 23 mile walk, but obviously for day two I won't be carrying the sleeping bag and all the camping gear and stuff, so the backpack will be nice and light. So yeah, that's the plan basically. Weather-wise, a bit breezy. Temperatures hovering around 20-21 degrees today. Bit of cloud, but there's also some blue sky, so yeah, I'm sure we're going to get some sunshine. Tomorrow's looking very similar, but I think it's going to be slightly warmer. Might be a bit chilly tonight, so I'll have to wrap up warm in the tent, that's fine. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. As you know, if you watched my video where I did the 2-day one with the camp, I'm just not very at ease with camping at the minute. I haven't got much confidence. So this is just another chance for me just to get out and just get settled with the camping kind of thing, because long range, eventually what I want to, there's so many great walking routes across the UK, so eventually I'd like to have the confidence just to go out on these like multi-day hikes with all the camping gear and stuff, and just camp with feeling at ease camping. So that's what today is about, just having another stab at it and seeing how I get on. I've thought about the camping place a bit better, because last time I ended up camping in a farmer's field and I just didn't feel at ease. I was really unsettled all night, didn't sleep much. So I think where I'm camping tonight, it's on private land obviously, but it's in a woodland area. It's tucked well out the way, so I think I'm hoping I'm going to sleep a bit better tonight. But yeah, we'll worry about that when we get to camp. But yeah, I'm looking forward to another lovely hike, can't talk. So yeah, I'm going to push on. Having a flashback to the 2-day hike I did back in early May, because I walked down this footpath towards Turvey. But yeah, I remember sitting under this tree having a cold can of fizzy pop. I can't believe, yeah, that was like early May, and here we are at the end of summer. It's absolutely flown by. It really has gone quickly. But it's been a great summer really, and spring. Yeah, I've done some fantastic hikes, and yeah, it's just a little bit sad that summer's coming to an end, but to be honest, I think the month of September is a beautiful month. I mean, you get that sort of, the seasons are changing, but you've still got all, it can still be really warm, and it's just lovely. You get those lovely misty mornings. So yeah, I'm sad summer's coming to an end, but I'm kind of excited for autumn and the hikes that we have in store, so it's all good. There's so many blackberries down this path. I've just been scoffing a few. Really nice. It's amazing, like you could survive on these really, couldn't you? Just living off the fat of the land. I mean, to be fair, it probably give the trots after a while, but it's a food source, isn't it? It's wonderful. I have no idea what that place was. It was like I don't know what there was a cafe there. Old people, I don't know, it was a weird vibe. Just passed through the village of Carlton. I'm just having a bit of water. That was a lovely village. That I've not really been through there much, but yeah, really quiet, sleepy village. Like lovely houses, cottages, and stuff. It was topped off by as I was walking out of the village, I walked through an allotment, and it was one of the nicest allotments I've ever seen. Really neat. Because a lot of allotments you walk through, it's all like neglected and rotten sheds and that. But that was beautiful. That one, loads of like lots of fruit and veg, like pumpkins and apples, pears, tomatoes, all looking great. So yeah, fair play to them. They obviously take a lot of pride in that allotment. So fair play. So yeah, just gonna have some water, and then I'm pushing on towards Harrold Country Park. That's some more ham. Just coming up to 12:30. I'm about 7 kilometres into the walk. I've passed through Harrold Country Park and the village of Odell, and now I'm back out into the footpath. So I'm heading down this way towards I think it's Odell Great Wood or Great Odell Wood. Huge woodland, ancient woodland. It's going to be lovely in there. So I'm looking forward to that. I think yeah, I'm going to walk till about 1 o'clock and then stop for a bite to eat. I've got an egg and cress sandwich, and I've got a can of cherry A, which is in my cool bag, so it should still be nice and chilled, which would be nice because it's not a particularly warm day, but lugging all the extra gear around, I'm getting a bit of a sweat on. But I'm really enjoying this walk so far. The footpaths have been ever so easy to follow. You get some walks and the footpaths are overgrown and then it's not very clear, and it takes ages looking on the map, working out where to go and stuff. Whereas yeah, today the footpaths have been so easy to follow, so it's been a doddle. Yeah, really enjoying it. I'll be honest, last night I wasn't feeling it. I was just I don't know if it was I was apprehensive about the camping element, but I just wasn't feeling the walk, and I don't think it helped. I checked the Met Office weather forecast for today and tomorrow, and it was kind of, they were saying it was going to be quite overcast. I thought, oh, it's going to be quite drab and dreary, and then so I just wasn't wasn't really looking forward to it, but now I've come out, absolutely loving it. So I'm glad I ignored those feelings and just cracked on. To be fair, sometimes you do get that about stuff, don't you? Just I'm not feeling it today, whatever. And then when you go out and do it, you have a great time. So it's yeah, I'm glad I just have come out in the end. But yeah, it's going really well, and some of the scenery I've passed through, it's been lovely, like lovely little villages and stuff. So yes, thoroughly enjoying myself. You doing right? It's absolutely stunning in here. I've just come from this way, so we've got a footpath here. Got one here which looks absolutely gorgeous, like a proper tree tunnel. That would look lovely in the autumn. But today I'm heading this way. But yeah, I love that kind of stuff. Absolutely stunning. What an absolutely fantastic place. It's huge, this woodland. I'm walking through it for a while now and just stretching on. It's look through there, it's so dense. You could proper get lost in there, couldn't you? But yeah, it's beautiful. Right, I'm finding out that beautiful ancient woodland. That was stunning. Really enjoyed that. Just come down this field, got this wind turbine here. It's making a hell of a racket. Time to stop for lunch, I think. Just been sat on this sort of concrete block for about half hour now, having my lunch. So yeah, just about to set off down this footpath. Feeling much more energised now. I was getting proper hungry. When I walked through Odell. I walked past a pub which was called the Bell at Odell. and the food coming from the kitchen smelled immense, and it proper made me hungry. So yeah, it feels good to get some grub down me. And now, yeah, I'm setting off. So kind of back in a bit of a woodland area now, which is lovely. Kind of walking down the side of Santa Pod Raceway, which is just over here. It's like a drag racing strip. It's where they have bug jam. Nice festival. I've been there once. It was a great night. So yeah, I'm pushing on towards the village of Wollaston now, which is that's where I went to secondary school. So that'll be nice to go over there and check it out. So yes, God, I tell you what, when I stopped for lunch, it was proper chilly. There was a breeze whipping off the field over there, and it was really cold. And my nose started running and everything. It was chilly. The wind's coming from the east northeasterly kind of direction today, so it has got a bit of a chill to it. But yeah, good to be cracking on again after lunch. You can't see it very clearly, but in the centre of the screen there, that's the racing strip, Santa Pod. Shame there's not any drag cars going up and down, because they make a hell of a noise. That would have been cool. Jesus, they make a lot of noise, don't they? Time to get off this busy road. Just approaching 3 o'clock. I'm at about 14 kilometres into the walk, progressing nicely towards Wollaston. It's quite nice. I'm back out into sort of open countryside. I've been in Woodland for the last sort of 2 hours. Not that it's beautiful, but variety is the spice of life. So yeah, pushing on towards Wollaston. Once I get to Wollaston, I believe there's a co-op there, and I've just realised I'm gonna have to pop in there. Basically, this morning was a bit of a rush. I was when I was planning this hike, I sort of planned, yeah, I'll get the bus to Turvey, so I was looking at the bus timetable in the week, and I saw there was a bus leaving from Denton at about 10 o'clock. So I thought, yeah, that's the bus I'll aim for. However, because this is only like a 16-mile walk, I could have got the like 11 o'clock, the bus an hour later. Either one of those two, you know, I knew I'd be fine. Anything a bit later, then I'll be pushing it, because I want to get to camp for around 7 o'clock, just so I can set up in the, you know, whilst there's still daylight, and just relax into the evening. Because I found when I did the 2-day hike back in May, and the one with the camp, my first like camp during a hike, I got to camp and it was all pretty much dark. It was all like a big rush, and I think that may have contributed to me not feeling settled during the night. So yeah, I want to get to camp about 7. So yeah, back to the buses. Yeah, I thought the 41 bus, which goes from Northampton to Bedford, was like an hourly bus. So yeah, this morning I was like, right, I'll aim for the 10 o'clock. I was sort of running up behind a bit, so I thought, it's fair enough, I'll get the 11 o'clock one. So I thought I'll just check just to make sure that it is every hour checks, and it's not, it's every 2 hours. So I thought, oh, for God's sake. So the next bus after the 10 o'clock one was 12 o'clock, so I would have got to Turvey at sort of 12:30, and then that is kind of pushing it. I would have been, yeah, getting to camp quite late. So I had to quickly just get everything together, rush over to the little woodland area, drop off the tent and whatnot, and then get over to Denton. To be fair, I made it by about 5 minutes, so it wasn't a drama, but because I was rushing around, I thought I'm going to forget something. I know it, and I have. I've forgotten the fork. Because basically, I'm going to be walking through the village of Yardley Hastings at around 5 o'clock, maybe a bit after, and there's Indian takeaway there, so I'm going to pop in and get an Indian for my dinner. So yeah, I was like, I forgot a fork. So once I get into Wollaston, I believe there's a co-op there, so I'm going to go into the co-op, and hopefully they'll sell those plastic ones or wooden ones, whatever, a spoon, fork, anything like that would be good. So yeah, that's the plan. But yeah, it's a bit of a rush this morning. Hello, how are you? You okay? Is that a juvenile? It's okay. This poor guy doesn't seem very well. He should be flying away, really. Bless him, I don't really know what to do. You okay, mate? Poor thing, I think his wings are damaged. Bless him. I'm not really sure what to do here. Poor little bird. It looks like I think it might be a merlin or a hobby or something. I thought it was a kestrel initially, but I don't think it is. It's not got the same kind of colour and markings. But yeah, I mean, when I first got here, we were looking in a bad way, but he seems to have perked up a bit now. Seems to trust me a bit, but which is nice. But yeah, I'm going to have to move on. I've contacted my wife. I've give her the coordinates using what 3 words and stuff. There is. I went on the RSPCA or whatever website, and it linked me to Animals in Need. It said to contact them. They do all that kind of stuff. And luckily, I thought brilliant. They're based in Little Urchester, which is like the next village up from Wollaston where I'm heading. So I thought, great. So I tried to phone them, and they're closed. So there was a mobile number they said to contact. So I've tried that, and it says incorrect number. So I'm not really sure what to do. But my wife said that our neighbour works at a care home of some sort. So she's going to contact her, and yeah, hopefully somebody's going to come out and collect the poor bird. I didn't want to pick it up. It's got really sharp talons, so I didn't want it to sort of attack me. I was trying to just usher it off, because although this is a bridleway, there is like a bit of a track here, so I don't want some sort of 4x4 to come through or something and run it over. But yeah, so I was trying to usher it into like the hedgerow, but it was having none of it. So I'm not sure what's happened to it. There's no visible signs of damage or anything. Yeah, so I don't really know what to do, but hopefully it'll be a positive outcome. So yeah, a bit upsetting to see, but hopefully we can get something sorted. Got some lovely views here, looking out right across Northamptonshire. So vast. I can see the National Lift Tower. Let me zoom in. Right there in the centre of the screen, just behind that tree. Yeah, it's looking out right across the county. So Lindsay managed to find another number for the animal rescue place, so I managed to get through to someone. She sounded very busy when I phoned her, the woman, and I explained, yeah, just said like it looked like an injured merlin or a hobby or something, and she asked if it was a baby, like a juvenile. It did look quite young, so yeah, I said yes, and she said just send me a video on the WhatsApp. So I've done that along with the what 3 words sort of coordinates. So I don't know what more I can do really. Yeah, fingers crossed it's okay. It's pretty cool. I'm looking out across the views, and I can't remember why or how or when I read this about this particular. I don't know if this is a walking route, like a net. It might be the net on the Nemway or something. But I found something on the internet a few years ago now about the views from along this walkway at this point along it. And it says about how you can see the National Lift Tower, which is there, but it also says you can see, on a clear day, you can see the Charles Welton BT Tower, and I can see there's a few like towers over there. I can't really tell which one it would be, but there's definitely some what look like towers, so that's pretty cool. Like, I think it was a week ago today I was on a hike which I called Top of the Town over that part of Northamptonshire, and I walked quite close by to that tower. So yes, it's pretty cool. It's very French looking, that driveway. I've actually worked at that house in the summer of 2019 during a heat wave, and it was it really did feel like we were working in France. It was brilliant. Right, here we are in Wollaston. Let's go and find this co-op. Bingo. Just passed through the village of Wollaston. I went to the co-op. Knives, forks and spoons. The curry is back on. Can't wait. Yeah, so I've just stopped for a bit of water. Because I lost some time with the injured bird, sorry. I've done a bit of power walking through Wollaston just to make a bit of time up. Yep, what is that? Yeah, what a horny sheep. Hello, mate. Yeah, I did a bit of power walking just to make up a bit of time. So yeah, now I'm passed through Wollaston, so I'm heading up to a little hamlet called Strixton. You're very confident. Yeah, a little hamlet called Strixton, sorry. It's a bit of a dead end place. I used to go past on the school bus when I went to school at the secondary school in Wollaston. I used to go past there twice a day for like 5 years, and I've never been to Strixton before, so yeah, this will be my first time. So yeah, he's interested. So yeah, pushing on to Strixton. Hey. Are you liking that? Hey, you look like you're liking that. See you later. Hello. Right, I've passed through the village of Strixton. I blinked and I missed it, unfortunately. It's tiny. I'm only messing. Right, yeah, I'm back out into the fields. This is quite a long field section down towards the village of Grendon. So yeah, it's just come up to 5:30. I said about wanting to be at camp at 7, but I don't think that's going to happen now. Still got a way to go. But yeah, I lost about an hour with the poorly bird. So that's where the time's gone. But I don't mind. You know, if what I've done is going to sort of increase the chance of that poorly bird sort of making it, then it's all worth it. So it's fine. But yeah, I'm heading on towards Grendon. Once I get to Grendon, I'll turn my attention towards the curry. I'll get online. They've got a website, the takeaway curry, Indian takeaway, sorry, in Yardley Hastings. So once I get to Grendon, I'll have a look at the menu. But yeah, my phone's getting quite low on battery, so I'm going to charge that up, get my head down, and just get some miles under my belt. See you shortly. This is a nice filling camp, is in sight, pretty much. You won't see it, be able to see it, but through the right on top of the, right on the horizon up there, there's a field with a patch of trees behind it, a patch of woodland. And that's where the tent is. So yeah, that's a fantastic feeling. So I'm just walking down this footpath towards the village of Carlton. Once I get to the end of this field, I'm swinging left up this way, and then get back out in the fields for a short stint down towards Yardley Hastings to pick up my curry, and then yeah, eat my curry somewhere, and then back across to Carlton and then up to camp. So yeah, closing stages, great feeling. "26 kilometres into the walk now. It's just come up to 6:30, and I'm fast approaching Yardley Hastings. Well, I tell you what, I've put in a great stint from sort of Strixton over to Grendon, Carlton to here. Yeah, I've sort of power walked really just to claw back a bit of time that I lost with the poorly bird. So I've done really well, quite proud of myself there. So yeah, as I say, fast approaching Yardley, so I'll shortly look at the, I'll go online and look at the menu for my Indian takeaway. I'm feeling like a kind of saucy dish tonight. Oh, saucy. A saucy dish tonight. Yeah, and perhaps a korma or a masala or something along those lines. Perhaps some onion badgers and a peshwari naan or something. So, oh God, I am hungry. That sounds amazing. So yeah, once I pick up my curry, I'm going to eat it somewhere in the fields in between sort of Yardley and Chadstone. But that section there won't take long. So yeah, I think I could be at camp for around 7:45, and I think sunset's around 8:15, sort of perhaps a bit before. So yeah, it will still be nice and light for a while once I get there. So that's good. I can set up the tent and just chill out for a bit. So yeah, I've done well there. So I'm pushing on to Yardley. We've got a gatekeeper. I've got to go up there. He's look at me, he's determined. You're not coming through. You shall not pass. Permission to come through, please. Oh, thank you. He's brought the whole gang along. Evening, guys. That's the food ordered. I've gone for a tandoori king prawn korma, onion badgers and a peshwari naan. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Yeah, collection in about 20 to 25 minutes, which is, yeah, about spot on. So I'm so hungry. Had my curry. It was bloody marvellous, really nice. The onion badgers were out of this world. I seriously needed that, it was so good. I just, there was a bench just on the other side of the road from the Indians. I just sat on that, watched the world go by. Actually, strange, I think that was my favourite bit of the walk so far. I love just watching the world go by. Yeah, just nice food and all that. So yeah, I think I could be home, not home, but at camp in about 25 minutes, which is a nice feeling. So yeah, very nearly there now. There's the last glimpse of Yardley Hastings. Now it's through this hedge. Onto the avenue at Castle Ashby. This is actually where I sat and had my Indian on my 2-day hike at the start of May. Look back through my channel and watch that one if you want. It was called 50 miles in 2 days. This driveway is bloody huge. I mean, it stretches all the way over there and then up to Castle Ashby House up on the horizon there. So you know you made it big when you go for the entrance to your driveway. You still got 5 minutes to go to get to your house. It's a bloody long way up there. The sun's just about to dip below that cloud just before it sets. That's awesome. That'll be a lovely sunset, that will. One of my favourite trees. I love it. I do landscape photography. That's one of my other interests, and I always come down here and take a picture of this lonely tree in the middle of this field. You get the sunset behind it, so yeah, it looks great. It's a beauty. Right, if you look up there, that patch, that woodland up there, that's where my tent is. So yeah, about 5 minutes from camp. Well, I say from camp, I hope so. Imagine I get up there and my tent's not there. I have thought of this as a plan B. If that somehow I've been snubbed and that's happened, then Denton's only about a kilometre or two this way. That's where my car is, so rather than a wild camp, it'll be a car camp. But yeah, I've hid my tent well out of the way, so so I should be okay. But we'll see. Jeez, there's a water tower, white water tower in the centre of the screen there. That's at Wollaston. I was there a few hours ago. Jesus, it gives you a sense of the distance I've travelled. Wow. Right guys, I'm pretty much there now, so yeah, I'll be camping in this wooded area. So there is a farm down there, but it's quite a way away. So yeah, this is camp. There's a footpath. This is a footpath which goes through the middle of this woodland. It's only a small patch of trees. I did, if you remember my hike, I called it a birthday hike or something. Early on in the video I mentioned the woodlands where I was stood in some woodland on a winter's day, just watching the snow fall through the, watching the snow watching the snow fall through the trees with the wind blowing through the trees, and how it was a very tranquil moment, one of those moments in your life, where you're just really peaceful. Well, that was in this woodland. So yeah, so this is the footpath, and my tent should be through here somewhere, hopefully. So yeah, I'm kind of set away from the footpath. So yeah, bear with me. My tent should be around here somewhere. I think I might have put it behind this big tree coming up. Is it there? No. I think I might put it behind this tree. Is it still there? Wait, it is. Result. Yeah, great stuff. So yeah, I'm going to try perhaps set my tent up here in this clearing. Bring you back shortly. I've just come out of the woodland just to take in the last of the daylight. It's really dark in there, it's actually still quite light out here. So yeah, I've set the tent up. I'm just tucking into a can of cider that I bought from the shop next door to the Indian takeaway. So yeah, as I say, tent's all set up. So yeah, I'm just gonna have this can of cider. Might have the second, I might not. A bit tired. And then yeah, try and get some sleep. So yeah, what an interesting day it's been. It was actually was an owl in. Oh, that's spooky. Yeah, it's 33 kilometres in the end, the walk, so I don't know what that is in miles, maybe 20 miles. So yeah, it was a bit further than what the website I used to map them stated. So yeah, carrying the sleeping bag and all, like the camping stuff, you know, all that extra weight has taken its toll. My shoulders are killing. So yeah, I'm gonna see how I feel tomorrow morning. But you know, I'm gonna try and do day 2 if I feel good enough. But I might look to like take some shortcuts here and there just to like take a few miles off. What I'm thinking is I might set off early doors, like yeah, get up at like 5 o'clock, get packed up, and then yeah, just get straight on with the walk. Yeah, try and get home. But I've got some plans tomorrow evening, so yeah, I'd like to get back early, get ready for those. But yeah, I've enjoyed day 1. It's been physically demanding, but we've passed through some lovely scenery, and yeah, I've enjoyed it. So I'll bring you back shortly. Cheers. Right guys, I'm back on the move again. My camp didn't last very long, about an hour. Yeah, I set the tent up and I was just laying there chilling, and I must have been camping near a badger set or something. All of a sudden there's just loads of things, like animals started running around near the tent. I thought, oh, if this goes on all night, I'm not going to be able to sleep. So I thought, yeah, I can't be doing with it. I don't want to get a bad night's sleep and then have to do a massive hike tomorrow. And also I was laying there and my Achilles injury, I could just feel it throbbing a bit, and also my shoulders are killing. Like, as I said earlier, today's walk was further than I thought and I was carrying the extra weight. So I've made the decision. I'm going to I've abandoned camp, and I'm also abandoning the hike in total, you know, in general. The reason being, it's torch sheep's playing up. What's going on here? Yeah, the reason being is because I still want to try and get a couple more long hikes in September, and I know if I hike tomorrow, it was about a 23-mile route. It was kind of, yeah, starting sort of Chadstone and Denton, sort of heading out to Brayfield, and then kind of through Brackmills, bit of town centre, and then out the other side of town. So it was going to be about 23 miles, perhaps a bit more. And I know I'd be torch it turn off. I know I'd be struggling to do it, and I don't see the point in messing myself up for the sake of a hike. You know, I love hiking, but you need to know when to say no, it's not worth it, and it's not worth it. So I'm abandoning the hike. It's a bit of a shame, but still had a lovely hike today, to be fair. So it's not a complete failure. So yeah, I'm just going to walk the short distance back to Denton. It's only about a kilometre and a half maybe. Just going to walk down the Wiston Road rather than up the field, so I don't break my ankle down any holes or whatnot. So yeah, a bit of an anticlimax to the hike, but yeah, as I just said, it's sometimes you have to just say no, it's not worth it, and it's not on this occasion. I don't want to mess my I don't want to sort of knacker myself out even more, like my Achilles, and then it takes longer to recover. It's just not worth it. So I'd rather cut my losses on this one, call it a day, except that we still had a nice walk, but I'm just not going to complete the 2-day hike. And then yeah, I'm going to drive home, and yeah, I'll get planning my September hikes. Hopefully the Achilles injury is going to ease up and it's not going to cause me too much aggro, because it's, yeah, I was laying in the tent and I thought I'm really going to struggle tomorrow if I try and hike it. So yeah, I think I've made a wise decision there. So, but yeah, I do apologise for not completing the mission. It's rare that I don't complete what I set out to do, but on this occasion, yeah, I have to be sensible. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed today's hike. It's been a lovely one, nice scenery. Going through the big ancient woodland over at Odell was lovely, really nice. So yeah, it has been a really nice walk. So I'm going to sign off for this one, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Mission failed.